To not waste any more of your time, the answer to the video title is simple. Create a show that is on the edge of being a masterpiece and has enough bad luck to not be seen by anyone. That exactly happened with this amazing piece of art called Heavenly Delusion. And for the rest of this video, I will talk about the writing of the show. What makes it so great? Excuse me. One of the greatest mystery, to be precise. And keep it as spoiler-free as I possibly can. Are you interested? Let's go. The story goes around in the post-apocalyptic Japan, where some rare but strong monsters roam and eat people. In the parallel of that world, we have what seems to be heaven, where kids with some kinds of super abilities are kept. The kids don't know about the outside world or anything outside. They have everything they need in that facility, where there are some adults and a whole AI taking care of the children there. Our two protagonists, Maru and Kiruko, are surviving and searching for the so-called heaven place. They are kind of good in battle, so they can fight those monsters called man-eaters. Well, the show is kinda like The Promised Neverland, but not at all. It's not some gory, intense action series, it's actually a well-crafted mystery. It's so successful in making the audience ask questions, and answers are given slowly, and some of them barely even hinted, so that the audience can solve the puzzle that the show is making. With every question answered, there are so many more new questions. The show does not treat the audience like an idiot. Paying close attention to details pays off. Not just that it is fun to watch because the characters are very likable and their dynamic is quite interesting, it's also very fun when you finish the episode to connect some dots and get some groundbreaking discovery just to find out later in the show if you're right or not. Personally, I forced some of my family members to watch the show, and we all discussed and had some of our unique theories about how something works, what happened, and what is going to happen. Someone got one piece answered, and other family member to get another piece answered. Well, that's all theories, but they make sense. So we together played at what seems to be the game to finish the puzzle. Have we finished it yet? Nope, it feels like we're not even halfway through it yet. And to make an effort like that, the writing surely must be carefully done for every detail. And trust me, it is. It also has some big fiction action, some of the most interesting characters, great comedy, and the opening of the year. And just sometimes it just blows me away. What I extremely appreciate about the show is how they portray humanity. It's not like in most apocalyptic shows where humanity is portrayed as the danger. Sure, there are some dangerous characters here and there, but it's presented quite hopefully. People help each other, there are some robbers, there are little civilizations that are doing their best to get a good living standards back. There is corruption, but yet the people are joyful. They are not presented as hateful, they are presented like humans who are trying their best in the situations they got themselves in. The world building in general is absolutely amazing. Those sceneries speak so much. The people who live in the world just by barely showing on the screen speak so much about the world. And the Heavenly Delusion thing, the show portrays the good and evil. What we thought would be an absolute disaster actually ended up being absolutely incredible. And the characters we trust with our entire soul end up being quite disastrous. There is no good or bad. Everything has its own good and bad sides, just like yin and yang, just like life itself. Now let's go to some characters. Maru is a young guy who has a special ability to kill so-called man-eaters by touching them, and also has great fighting skills. He's also a little bit superior to humans. He's stronger, has more stamina, and regenerates quicker than the average human. He is not overpowered, but clearly has an advantage. Yet he is still not arrogant as he could be. He is a normal teenager and acts like one. But still, there is the side of him that I absolutely love. I hope you've probably heard about male aggression before. It's not a bad thing about man if the person can notice that and control himself. The male aggression inside of him can be used for good, and that is perfectly portrayed in Maru's character. He's not a violent person, but he surely can be violent to others if they give him the reason to be. He'll protect those who he loves, even if it means to kill others. He loves, he appreciates, he's cheerful, and he's doing his best. We are already on the taboo man stuff, let's talk about Shiro. He's presented as the technology nerd who is in love with another girl. Well, yes, he does be quite cringe sometimes, but he was never taught about the emotion of falling in love. He does not know what is that feeling or what to do, so he does just what every boy without experience with girls would do. Be awkward. Well, he goes a level beyond and tries to express his feelings to her. And of course, fails because he can't even process his emotions to put into the words. But yet, he's always ready to protect her, to risk his life to protect her. And that is something that is encoded in every man, that we protect people that we love, especially if they are girls and especially if we are attached to them. Proof. 3 boys died shielding their girlfriends. Yeah, they so-called toxic masculinity for protecting others, huh? Yeah, the show is not afraid of presenting those qualities or inequalities of a man or masculinity. Sure, femininity is also great portrayed, but I'm a guy and I don't know enough about femininity so that I can do analysis of that and call myself correct. So I'll stick with male characters. Just saying that the show does not leave behind female characters. Now back to Shiro. Sure, he does be cringe sometimes, but you can't not respect him for everything that he's doing for that girl and especially this scene. Just this scene speaks itself so much.
僕は耳姫のことを考えると、いや、耳姫の体を違う。僕は耳姫が大好きなんだ。耳姫を助けるために僕の体が何回切り刻まれても構わないんだ。それを耳姫が望む。違う。許してくれるなら。
There are some other tiny deep details such as the children in the Takahara Academy, since all of them have some kind of special ability, and have the problem that no one understands them. Adults can't understand them. No one sees what he sees. No one wants to play sports with him because he can beat 10 rivals himself. Nobody sees technology the way he does, and that makes him a little bit lonely. They're here for each other, yes, but no one understands those parts of themselves except themselves. And that is something they need to learn to live with. And the best part is that it's just hinted, and I who noticed it and thought about it.
See you, bye bye.
See you, bye bye じゃねえよ!
Oh yeah, I also want to give the credit to the best foreshadowing of the anime ever since after Attack on Titan.
僕も男だぞ!
嘘つき! See you, bye bye.
See you, bye bye じゃねえよ!
Of course, it looks and sounds amazing, and the story just keeps being unpredictable. This is a story that the author thought about a lot of stuff before he started to adapt into manga. Unfortunately, there is no clear sign of season 2, but luckily the manga is not bad at all. Now I really want to talk a lot about this show and make an entire video just about, I don't know, analyzing a specific character or world building, or analyzing how the mystery and pacing is so good. But for this video, I don't want to spoil it too much, so if you're interested, leave a comment for me to know. Thank you so much for watching and...
See you, bye bye!